Good morning, everybody. Welcome, my divine masculine, my divine feminine. Now, as I have already announced, that this Sunday reading will be between the divine masculine, the divine feminine, their connective energy, and between the divine masculine and the karmic and their connective energy. All right? So, this is going to be a little bit of a different check in here with regards to this energy at this point. Now, this is for me, this energy is from the 18th of April until the middle of May 2021. So, take it in the way it resonates with you guys, but this is what my spirit card, my guide, my angels are all here. They are telling me, and we will channel, or I will channel through the medium of my spirits to you in the real time. All right. Now, having said this, guys, the main focus is on the divine masculine, so he's right in the center. The divine feminine is on the right, and the karmic is on the left. Now, don't ask me why I have taken it in this way, but I was guided. All right. So, whatever the situation is, the divine masculine is the focal point in here. Okay. So, it is based upon his wishes, his demands, his thinking, his power, his situation towards the two figures in here. All right. So, the first one out here, guys, I've asked for the Akashic because I wanted to find out what is also happening in regards to the higher calling. Okay, so, excuse me. So, over here, when he, the divine masculine, is looking into the karmic situation or towards the karmic, what is that he comes to understand with regards to the karmic situation? So it is clear with the Akashic record, guys, or sorry, the Akashic library, right? It's very clear that he has come to be enlightened about something with regards to the karmic partner he has, right? So there is a lot of thinking he has done, there is a lot of soul searching he has gone through. He has gone through the past, he has gone through the present, right? He knows the entire story. He's not uneducated about the whole situation anymore. He has understood, now call it a soul, deep internal soul part of the story that he has understood, or it is with circumstantial evidence in the 3D world that he has seen and understood about the whole situation, because the Akashic Library is clearly talking about him knowing the facts right now. Now, what it is that he knows, because I got these two cards, one is this and the other one is the Queen of Scrolls in the reverse. The answer is right here. So, what he basically knows about the karmic is that she doesn't have anything in her life. She has no skills of power or communication. She has no literal wisdom, right? A Queen of Scrolls in the reverse has got nothing, has got no power, nothing that she understands, right? Nothing that she can communicate. You know, there is a separation between the two of them. There is a distance, there is a disruption. There could even be a breakup or even a divorce with this karmic situation here. You know, but whatever the cause, the divine masculine knows that he has to let it go. He has to let it go. With this person, or for this person as well. You know, so there is some amount of uncertainty about this woman here, about the future, because he has closely gathered his feelings about the whole story here. And he knows he has to let it go. He has to. Sooner or later, he has to let the situation go. And clearly, when you look at his higher self in the Akashic, it talks about the King of Keys in the reverse. And this is facing this situation here towards the karmic in the reverse, which is clearly talking about him not taking any action towards the situation at all. He knows the whole story, but it is like he's not even interested in filling that gap, in making things work with the karmic anymore. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to. There is a distance between him and the karmic in this relationship here. So basically, what he's focusing on now, guys, is in a different direction altogether that will complement on his own career directives in life as well. What are the actions he will have to take towards his own situation? But somebody who is stepping away from this situation and is no more available to that situation anymore. Okay, so we'll deal with this part of the story first before we go towards the divine feminine here. So he knows that he will have to let it go sooner or later, and the situation will have to end. And he is clearly not putting any effort in here at all. At all. And this is right in front of you guys. I'm not making it up. I'm not saying this to make you guys happy. It's right in front of you. The cards are right in front of you. Okay. Now, the next part of this story I clearly asked for is, what is the situation of the karmic? What is that karmic all about right now in this situation with the divine masculine, or even by herself in here? Okay, so the first card out we get is the Six of Swords. So she could be recovering from some kind of problems in herself. She could be moving out. She could be traveling to a different place altogether. It could be a transition that is going on in her life. Okay, we'll clarify this. Next is the Chariot, right? So definitely this situation is something that is kind of evolving here with some kind of movement. Okay, but then we have the Seven of Cups. So there is some kind of a decision that this person, the karmic, is not being able to take at this point. Hence, there is a procrastination here. Right? She wants to move. Maybe she wants to go away. Maybe she wants to leave the situation, but she doesn't know how. Okay? The Three of Pentacles. It's probably because she has some kind of responsibility in the 3D here. Right? Maybe she manages her family, her kids, her household, whatever it is, right? Where there are people who are probably dependent on her as well. To the Ten of Pentacles, yeah. So she has something in the family situation still, right? Wherever she has invested her money, her story in a family atmosphere is still there, and that's why she doesn't know if she can move. She wants to, clearly, right? With the death card. So, what it is that she's waiting. She's waiting for something to happen. She's kind of waiting for a change in her family situation as well. Maybe she's waiting for her kids to take her responsibility, or she's waiting for something here with the death card, right? To the Page of Pentacles. So she's clearly waiting for some kind of communication. And what I get a feeling, guys, is that she wants to move because she knows that she literally has nothing that she can be here for anymore. But at the end of the day, excuse me, at the end of the day, she doesn't know how. She really doesn't know how, because that's where the Seven of Cups appears, right? She's confused. She is probably looking at different options in her life that will allow her to possibly move, right? But again, she doesn't know if those options are available to her as of now. As of now, right? So let's look at the Seven of Cups in here first. Let me just clarify the Seven of Cups. I want to see what the Seven of Cups is all about. Why is the Seven of Cups here, my spirit? Why is the Seven of Cups? Because clearly there is a halt or a procrastination here. Yeah, where she's feeling completely stressed about the whole situation. Because, like I said, she wants to move. Maybe she wants to take on a different route altogether. But with the Ten of Wands, it clearly talks about her not being able to leave something right away. Right away, she's feeling stressed. She's burnt out of this waiting period in her life, because I believe that she, like I said, that Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, that she has this responsibility still existing in her life, right? And that's why she's not being able to leave that situation right away, and she's waiting for that time that will allow her, and she's clearly looking at a different direction in her life as well. Let's look at the Death card in here. Even I get a feeling that she too wants to leave the situation of wherever she has been in, but because of some amount of responsibility and duty, she's still carrying on, but she is burnt out. She's really burnt out. Let's look at the Death card here. Yeah, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, see? The Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords, there is a lot of pain. Ten of Pentacles, there is a close that she knows will happen in her life sooner or later with this situation with the Divine Masculine. You got 3 tens in here, guys. This cannot be a coincidence. So she knows something is going to close in her life very, very soon. She knows that. She is aware of that. Right? And that's where she is wanting to move out. But like I said, she doesn't know as yet if she can do it. So she's probably looking at different options or thinking of a different part of her life where she can go or what she can do. Let's look at the Page of Pentacles here. Yeah, she knows that the situation is going to close. Let's look at the Page of Pentacles here. She knows that very, very well, that this situation is not going to be existing in her life anymore, not for too long. The Seven of Pentacles, yeah, which clearly talks about her coming to a point of understanding, that this is a divine timing at work in her life as well. With the Seven of Cups, yeah, see? There is a halt right now and the Five of Pentacles, yeah. She's miserable. Wherever she is, she wants to move because this situation in her life, she knows will close. It's only a matter of time for her. Simple. It's only a matter of time before she can move out of that situation. And the Two of Wands, yeah, that's what she's thinking. That is what she's thinking. She's thinking about her future. Part of the story here, guys. She's clearly thinking about her future part because she knows that wherever she is or has been in her life, it won't be there for her, with her forever anymore. This situation will close. It's only a matter of time. She knows, and that's why she is waiting to look into different part of her life, wherever she wants to go, move, do whatever she has to, maybe relocate herself, could be for some of you. I'm also getting that kind of an energy out here, where she's feeling very, very, she's in a lot of pain with this family situation that she's waiting to move out of as well. She is in a lot of pain, guys, as Karmic over here. She is in a lot of pain, and that's where the Five of Pentacles, she's feeling miserable. There is a lot of misery in her with regards to this whole situation that she knows will close. It's only a matter of time for her. It's the divine timing that will clear that cloudiness in her life. And because this is where she is still clouded with her thoughts and actions in herself. She doesn't know what to do, really. Because like I said, she's in a lot of pain herself. Because there is no communication, there is no spiritual harmony, there is no give and take, nothing between the divine masculine and the karmic in here. And that is what she is in a lot of pain, guys. All right. Now, the next part of my question is, what is the situation between the divine masculine and the karmic in here? Right? What is the situation here between the two of them? And I get the Five of Wands straight away. Okay, this clearly talks about a lot of fight. Lot of fight, internal, external, lot of ambitious people still in between the two of them in here is what I'm getting with the Justice card. So this is where there is some kind of an injustice that has been going on with those people between the two of them who are perhaps coming in between these two in here and trying to put their 2 cents in this situation here between the karmic and the divine masculine with the Justice card, which is that commitment he probably still has between her and him. And there are people in this commitment who are coming in here, okay, where the Chariot shows up. The Chariot shows up for him, the Chariot shows up for her. So there is a movement between the two of them. Okay, this Chariot is talking about him leaving that Five of Wands situation and that commitment he has had with those people who are maybe a common link between these two here. So the Chariot clearly shows that both of them are moving or will be moving, okay, to the Six of Pentacles, which is clearly talking about, guys, hold on. I'm going to move the cards in here, which is clearly talking about money, reciprocity here, anything, right? Give and take, kind of a situation with the fertility card of the Empress, right? So he's leaving that situation in order to move forward towards a different part of his life where he wants to bring in the wholesome nourishment from the Seven of Swords. But there is a Seven of Swords. So hold on, guys. So this is the part of the problem here. Okay, so let's just retract a little bit. So there is a movement between the two here, clear, in two different directions. Okay, now Six of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Empress. So clearly there has been a lot of deceit in this reciprocity here that failed to give birth to the Empress energy between the divine masculine and the karmic. Somebody over here has deceived the other person, or there has been a lot of lies and cheating in regards to the equal give and take, in being generous to one another, in sharing their love, in sharing their warmth, in sharing this kind of relationship. There is definitely nothing here because the Seven of Swords shows up with the Eight of Pentacles, which is clearly talking about the divine masculine now refocused on building back his own life in here. His own life in here, because this is clearly the two majors out here in this little, or the three majors out, the three majors out here in this little portion is a big story between him and the karmic, guys. So both of them are going to move in two different directions. There is a separation here right away. There is a separation here because he has realized that there has been a lot of deceit, lot of lies, and that is the reason he's not moving towards her at all. Simple. He's not moving towards her at all in here. Okay? So both of them are going to be parting ways here. Okay. Let's look at the card of Justice here. Yeah. The King of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Yeah, he's in a lot of grief, guys, with regards to his money that he has wasted in this situation here with the karmic. Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Look at this. Look at this situation. And the Hanged Man, he knows about it. He knows that what he has done. He's very much aware. He's cognizant of the whole story here. Right? He's very, very cognizant. Let's look at the Chariot energy here. Why is the Chariot here? The Sun, yeah. See, this is where the movement is towards his happiness now. He wants a complete fulfillment of happiness here. He doesn't want to be with her, who herself is under a lot of pressure, stress, burden, call it anything, maybe not well in her life as of now, and that is the reason, he is looking for his own happiness here. He doesn't want to be with us. See, from the Three of Swords, he has been under a lot of grief, guys. Under a lot of grief in this situation because there has been a lot of, lot of problems in here with the Seven of Swords. Let's look at the Empress energy here. Yeah, the Two of Cups, yeah. This is where the entire problem happened. Right? He couldn't give birth because of money here. The Wheel of Fortune, yeah. And he knows that, and this is the reason why the separation is coming up in here. This is exactly the reason why there is a separation in line. Let's look at the Seven of Swords here. Because he had been too focused with this 5 and 5. He had been too focused with this group of ambitious people who left him high and dry now. Or he's leaving them, whichever way it works. And he's moving towards his own story. Let's look at the Seven of Swords here. The Queen of Swords, yeah. The whole clarity is coming back to him. This is where he completely fooled you too, Divine Feminine. You guys are showing up in here too. Okay, you guys are showing up in here as well, and that's where he's reworking. So look at his focus. His focus is not on this part of the story. His focus is here with you, Divine Feminine. That's where he's feeling sad that he has done this. He has invested his time and energy, money and emotions on this Five of Wands. Right? And he is now left high and dry. He doesn't have anything to do with them. So that's why there is this whole movement coming up in here, guys. Coming up in here towards you. This karmic doesn't even exist for him anymore. Let's look at the Eight of Pentacles here. The Wheel, yeah. He's restarting his life, guys. He's restarting the Ace of Wands. He's restarting his own life, his own career, because he doesn't want, this karmic doesn't even feature in this reading because he's realized that he's fooled you with this give and take, and that's where the whole situation has gone for him, and that's where he knows that he has cheated and lied to you, Divine Feminine. That shouldn't have happened, and that is where this movement is coming up in here. With the Wheel and the Eight of Pentacles restarting the whole part of the story. I'm just going to check this energy of the Chariot in here. The Three of Cups. Yeah, she is moving towards some different situation in her life. She's moving towards a different situation in her life. With the Three of Cups, maybe she's moving with the kids or people that she loves, and he is moving towards the Sun. What is this Three of Cups here? The Ace of Wands, yeah. She's getting some kind of inspiration from her friends, her relatives, her children, anybody who is kind of giving her that motivation here to move from this part of the story with the man in here, so that she can start her own little life. But she has people around her who is inspiring her to get out of this situation here as well. So she is moving towards a different direction in her life, whereas he is moving towards the Sun, where he wants to bring back the whole story with you, Divine Feminine, and restart the whole story. Because see, the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, he has gone forward to start his own life. He is not here anymore. He's not with this karmic situation here at all anymore. Okay, now I'm going to wrap up these cards because I don't have space in here. But before I stop talking about the karmic, I'm going to check the connective energy between the karmic and the divine masculine. He comes up right away. The King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles here. The King of Pentacles in the connective between the karmic and the divine masculine. Okay, with the Temperance, he's learning to balance back his own life, guys. He's learning to balance back his own life. He's trying to become more harmonious in himself. He's trying to gather back his strength, his energy. With the Wheel shows up here. Look, the Wheel here. This is what he's working towards. This is where he is working. This connective energy between the two does not exist. He is working for himself. Simple. He is working for himself with karma here, judgment, because this is the time for that big decision in his life to happen. In his life to happen, with the world in the reverse, it clearly talks about an unfinished business in his life with you, Divine Feminine. Right? An unfinished business because of money that had been halting his progress towards the situation of love in your case, with the Hermit that clearly talks about him making his decision now, looking into the whole situation from a different perspective, trying to understand, do some reevaluation, reorganization, part of the story here in his own life, to the Three of Cups, where he wants to reconnect with you. He wants to reconnect with you to the Magician here, which is clearly talking about him bringing back that strength to manifest back this reconciliation here. Right? It also could be that this Karmic here, wants to reconcile with him, but she's not being able to do that. That also could be a part of the story here with the Emperor here. So he's taking control of this whole situation here. He's taking control of the whole situation to reorganize himself because he knows there is an unfinished business which has happened between him and you, Divine Feminine, all because of this karmic situation here as well. So maybe it also could be a possibility that she wants to move forward with this man to reconcile with him, where she feels that there should be a new beginning to this reconciliation between the two of them, but she's not being able to do this. She's not being able to do this because this man is not allowing this to happen as well. That's where she's confused, or she's moving in a totally different direction altogether. It could be anything. So she's not being able to start anything fresh here because of the Ten of Wands. She's not getting her clearance. This man, the Divine Masculine, is not allowing this to happen anymore in here. And that's where she's feeling very miserable because she knows, she knows that this is a very short-lived time for her in this period with the Divine Masculine. She knows that. Right? So that is where she's feeling extremely miserable, whereas this man is completely refocused on a different story in his life now, where he now wants to bring back his self-will. He wants to bring back his own confidence with his money, with everything that he had lost in here, where he needs to make a decision right away with this unfinished business in his life that now needs to finish in here. I'm going to check on this Judgment card. Why is the Judgment card here, please? And this unfinished business is because of this karmic situation here, guys. The Five of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. Okay. So he is letting it go. He is letting it go. He's letting peace return back in his life to the Eight of Wands. Yeah. And he's moving forward. He is moving forward because he knows that he is the one. Look here. Look here. He is the one who had invested with the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups. He is the one who made that mistake. So this is the mistake. He's letting it go now. He is letting it go because this created that unfinished business between him and the Divine Feminine, right? And this is where he is making sure that he moves out of this story towards a different situation, towards a new reconciliation, right? Because this is a second chance for him to recreate the whole situation here. It is a second chance to manifest back that lost connection between you and the divine, between him and the Divine Feminine, whereas the Emperor, he is ready to accept the role of a father figure. He is ready to take responsibility of this connection. He is ready, he is willing to work for this connection in this collective twin flame journey. That is what the story is. So, this mistake that he made, his moving out, the sun comes in here with the happiness because he knows that he has cheated, he has lied, he has deceived you. This is where he is refocused, reworking, rebuilding on a different life path in here, guys. On a different life path where he's letting go of that old story, the mistake that he made, the problems he had between you and him was all because he could not gather back his own confidence, his own strength, and his own self esteem here. And this is where the whole story is changing in this connective part of the connection between him and the karmic. So the karmic is nowhere in the scene in here, as you guys can clearly see. She is doing her own little work in here by herself. She might be trying, she might have tried to work with him, go with him for an outdoor trip, tried to be happy with him, right? But she failed. She failed miserably here, guys. She failed miserably and she was halted because she could not move. And she cannot move. And she cannot move. She might have created an act of showing him, oh, how happy I am to be going on a trip with you, how happy I am to be with you. But unfortunately, that part of the story has not worked for her clearly. Has not worked. She wanted to start something fresh in here with him, is also what I'm getting, guys. Yeah, but she could not. She could not. And she knows that she cannot anymore. And that's where she knows, or she has received that message that she cannot make this relationship work anymore. Yeah, she has received this message that communication has come to her. Yeah. Yeah, that communication has come to her. Yeah, so this situation could be that she had tried her level best to work with this man, but this man is on a different path, on a different journey altogether. He's rebuilding himself, guys. He's totally rebuilding his own life in here. So he has not paid any attention to this part of the story at all. And he's letting that grief go, that mistake he had made, to re-evaluate his own life, to reorganize the unfinished business between the two of you, to move towards taking on a new leadership role, a new responsibility, a new commitment towards a new tribe, right? Adding on with his own family that he wants to now bring together between the two of you, the divine feminine and the divine masculine in here, guys. Wow. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to move these cards and I'm going to start my next part of the reading between him and you in here. Okay, let's look at that. Okay. We'll just leave the Akashic here, right? And we will turn our reading into the next part of the story here. All right, let's just leave the Akashic as it is, as we clearly know. Now, my next question here is, what is his story when he thinks about you, divine feminine here? All right, and you get clearly setting your course. And this is what he's doing. He's building the entire story with you. Look at the difference. He's working with his friend, his relative, whoever it is. There are two people behind him while he's planning a future with you, divine feminine, clearly. So what is his energy when he is thinking about you, the Eight of Cups. Okay, so he wants to come forward. He wants to abandon the rest of the story here. He wants to move towards you, but he has got the Nine of Swords. He is feeling extremely guilty about the whole situation here, right? Of whatever he has done previously to the Eight of Wands, because he's not being, he wants to move, he wants to communicate, but he's kind of like, he doesn't know if he can make that happen because he's got the Four of Cups, where there is still a lot of apathy of emotions in his life towards the whole situation that happened between you and him. All right? So what's the next story? Eight of Swords, and that is where he's getting stuck again. Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, right? Where his old karma is not allowing him as yet to move towards you because he's still not completely recovered from the whole after effect to the Five of Pentacles. Remember the Five of Pentacles we had for the Karmic. This is where he feels for you, Divine Feminine. He's feeling that same energy towards you with the Devil, with the restriction that, see, Eight of Swords, Five of Pentacles and the Devil, with the restriction he had created between the two of you, between him and the Divine Feminine, to the Knight of Swords, where there is a new change in his energy that's showing up in here, right? Excuse me, where he's learning to think about something different, to the Two of Swords, where he is coming to the point of taking a right decision call in here. It requires a lot of deep internal thinking in his situation. So that five, so you see now, the Five of Pentacles is that same energy the Karmic is feeling towards the Divine Masculine. And the Divine Masculine is feeling that same energy towards his Divine Feminine. Okay, now let's come to this point of the story. In your case, the Divine Feminine, what is your energy in here in regards to the situation of the twin flame connection? I'm just going to clarify maybe a few cards in here. Justice, clearly you want this commitment. You want this commitment, but you want this commitment now in the rightful way. That's also the point of the whole story here, right? To the Ten of Pentacles, you want this happy family. You want this commitment. You want everything in the rightful way now. To the Two of Cups, there you go. That's what you're waiting for. You are waiting for that diamond ring. Clearly, you're waiting for that diamond ring in here, okay? To the World card, to that unfinished business that he has not yet finished in your life. That business needs to close, right? To the Devil because of that restriction. The devil here, the devil here. Both of you guys have the devil energy. Do you see that? Both of you guys are restricting one another at this point in time. Nobody is really opening up. Nobody is really opening up to the Hierophant, right? So there is some kind of wisdom that is in the process in here. That is in the process for you, Divine Feminine, in here, to the Queen of Pentacles, because you know that you are sitting in a beautiful place by yourself, right? You have the complete, wholesome, nourishing energy, but you're still restricting something. He's also still restricting the communication here because he's feeling that Eight of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. He's feeling that pullback, right? He's feeling that pullback because of the earlier part of the restriction that he had imposed on this twin flame connection between him and you. And you are putting up the double energy because you remember with his energy, you are walking into a place of closing. You want that close of that unfinished business in here, right? With the Queen of Pentacles and the Death card, clearly you're waiting for a transition to the Queen of Swords. Remember, we had the Queen of Swords in his reading as well, right? Where the Seven of Swords, this is where you want the truth out. That's where you're waiting to receive that truth between you and him, and this is where he is clearly thinking about this communication of the truth that now needs to happen between the two of you, in here. Okay, all right, guys, hold on with me for a second. There are too many cards in here. All right, so this is the story in here between you and him. Okay, so both of you guys are practically looking at the same thing, practically going through the same kind of an energy. But what you are doing, Divine Feminine, is very clear that you are waiting to receive back that commitment only when he comes forward with the truth in here. And that is where he is getting stuck. That is where he is getting stuck, and he is feeling miserable that he hadn't done this work before with you. Because this missed opportunity that it's like a wake-up call that he should have done this work. He should have told you the truth a long time before. A long time before. Okay? I'm just going to check this energy of the man in here for the Eight of Cups, because he clearly wants to abandon the old situation here. He wants to move forward. See the Empress, he wants to give birth. He wants you are his Empress, guys. Okay, so he's waiting for you to come back into his life, and he's leaving the rest behind. See the Ten of Pentacles. This is where you want the Ten of Pentacles. He wants it too. He wants it too, guys. Why are you all restricting each other in here? Seriously, are you, like, both of you guys want the same story? It's just a matter of you guys opening up and telling the truth. He needs to tell the truth. You need to receive the truth, Divine Feminine. All right, let's look at one more card here, or two more cards, guys. I'm going to look at the Devil. What is this restriction? See, because both you guys are going through the same kind of an energy and basically mirroring one another. Whereas both of you guys want the same thing. What's the Devil here? Yeah, both of you guys want the same story. It is the same page. Both of you all are on the same page, but the only difference is that he's not being able to tell you the truth, whereas you are waiting for the truth. Simple. Okay, look. Five of Pentacles is feeling miserable. He's feeling miserable with the Two of Swords, and this is where he's taking a decision towards this judgment call, towards telling you the truth now, because he definitely wants to tell you the truth. And you're clearly waiting for the truth. You guys want... Okay. You all want the same thing, but you all are both like not talking to one another. Right? Okay. Let's look at the Knight of Swords here. There is a change in the thought process in here, on a new plan in here that is manifesting with the Two of Pentacles in the 3D, where it is a matter of him balancing this act in the right way, prioritizing what he needs. He's feeling a little bit iffy about the whole situation. He doesn't know if you're going to accept back his apology or the truth that he has to tell you now. He doesn't know really. What's the Two of Pentacles? Yeah, that kind of feeling that comes to a person when somebody knows they have done something very, very wrong, and yet they do not know if you're going to accept back what he has to tell you now. The Three of Pentacles. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, it's the Five of Pentacles. He knows he has to reinstitute the whole situation once again. So he's breaking himself up, right? Trying to figure out how it is possible for him to move towards this collaboration here. With you, because he's feeling extremely... You get it twice, guys. Like, this is not even funny. He's got this Five of Pentacles twice. The Karmic had it once, right? So this situation in himself is extremely, very, very, making him feel very, very negative as well. That's where he's trying to rework on his own life path with you again. All right. Let's look at the card of justice in your case. You clearly want this commitment. You definitely want it, 100%, whatever you might be thinking. But I can see you clearly want it, guys. The divine feminine. Okay, so let's look at the card of justice in here. Let's see what the justice, see? Yeah, the Knight of Wands and the Justice card again shows up. So you want this thing, this situation to come to you in the right way, not in the player energy form here. Clearly, you don't want that player energy. You want him to take the right initiative towards this commitment now. Towards his commitment now. Open up and talk. That's what you're telling him. Eight of Swords. Oh, Eight of Swords. See how you guys are mirroring each other? Okay, let's look at the World card in here. It's the same, that's what I'm saying. It's the same story. You guys are mirroring each other. It's only a matter of you guys not coming up front and saying this. Let's look at the World card here. What is the World card talking about in here? You want that unfinished business to be finished now, clearly. From all the restriction that he had in his life towards you. And now you are putting up the restriction towards him. See, Temperance, you want this thing sorted out now. You want that love. You want back that happiness. You want that temperance, but you want it in the right way. Divine feminine. You want this inspired new beginning, but you want it in the right way. Very, very clear with your energy here, guys. If he comes to you all disbalanced, it's not going to work. No, no, no. You want a new beginning, but you want a new beginning in a totally balanced way here as well. Let's look at the Devil in your case in here. Yeah, Devil on Devil. You are not going to move, guys, Divine Feminine, until you see the whole balance come to you in the right way. And that's what you're waiting for, the Three of Wands. And that is what you are waiting for. Okay? You want to know the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Let's look at the Hierophant. So this is where you're going to wait for the commitment to be received. See, the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. Yeah, there has been a lot of pain in you, guys, with this Devil. That's why you're restricting this, because you're guarding yourself too. Right? You don't want the same repetition of the whole situation here. So you are guarding the whole process here as well. You're not just going to open up and give it to him on a silver platter. No, 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 no. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. That's why because you're in the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords energy. You have shown up as the Queen of Swords twice. So which is very clear about your life path situation here with the Death card, that you will move, you will do everything, you will become the best person in the world, provided he gives you back things in the right way. Let's look at the Death card here. And that's what you're waiting for, this situation with the Devil. You're waiting for this transition to happen before you, because now you're guarding yourself. You're guarding, and the Tower. Yeah, there is going to be a shift here. There is 100% going to be a shift in the situation between the two of you, between him and you, Divine Feminine. You know, where things will come into light, where he is the one who is going to make this Tower happen. To me, it looks like that, as the Emperor, right? He's going to come forward and give you, oh look, the Ace of Cups and the Moon. That is what is waiting for you. That is what he is waiting to give you, because of this particular situation that he has been hiding from you for a long time. For a long time. Yeah. So this Tower will come. He'll come up and tell you the exact truth in this situation in here, guys. He will, 100%. 100% in here. So that is when you will stop and remove your restriction with him, Divine Feminine. Okay. Now let's move this part of the story out of the way, and I'm going to jump into your connectivity with your divine masculine, guys. Okay? Your connectivity part of the story with the divine masculine in here. So both your energies are very clear. I have first taken the individual energies and then I've taken the connectivity energy. And last we are going to wind up with the divine masculine's energy in the 3D. So this is the next part of the energy, guys, between you and the divine masculine, the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Okay? Temperance. Yeah, see? There is going to be a lot of harmony. It's going to become more balanced in your cases here as well. With the King of Wands, he has to do it, clearly. He has to take that initiative to bring back that strength, the balance with the Ten of Wands, with whatever that he had been sitting with in his life has to end because he is feeling quite stressed about the whole situation. Similarly, you are feeling stressed about the whole situation. To the Two of Pentacles. Remember, we had this Two of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles where he is trying to rebalance and regather himself to build back the whole situation from the Five of Pentacles, right, to the Four of Cups. Yeah, there is, both of you guys are feeling very, you are missing out each other tremendously, and that's where both you guys are putting in some kind of effort in here to close this unfinished business with the World card and bring back the Ace of Cups in here. Very, very clear message. So the connectivity part of your story with the divine masculine is that both you guys want to end this situation here. Please talk to me about the Temperance. Both you guys want to end the situation, right? Both of y'all are waiting for that time. Why is the Temperance card here? Yeah. The Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands. That is the Five of Wands energy that he has to now leave behind. Remember when we spoke about his story, the Five of Wands showed up with the Karmic. That is a story he could not fight out. That's where the energy of Temperance had been lost in this connection between you and him, divine feminine. That needs to come back. That needs to come back, right? Let's look at the King of Wands here. And that is where he will have to fight for it. He will have to make that move. He will have to take that initiative to now bring back the whole story because he knows that both you guys are under a lot of stress because he hasn't really proven his guts in here. Yeah, he hasn't. He hasn't proven his guts with you. You haven't allowed him now, or you're not allowing him now until he can. The devil and the wheel. Look. This is where he will have to stand up and fight off his enemies towards the money. That is where the restriction had been because these people have been either controlling his money or they have been controlling his life. That's it. Whoever these people have been in between the two of you, that has created a lot of tension, pressure, unnecessary tension in this situation in here. Let's look at the World card because both of you guys are waiting for that unfinished business to close. To close. Simple. The Six of Wands. Yeah. You guys will start to communicate. You guys will start to communicate. You guys will start to walk. He will come towards you or you will go towards him. Doesn't matter. But this connection is moving towards a victory in here. And that is where the Two of Wands, that is where the planning is on. Towards this Ace of Cups he wants to give you now. Because he knows he's missing you terribly. You're missing him terribly, guys. This is really sad. Really, really, really very, very sad in here. Okay, let's look at the Ace of Cups in here. I'm sorry this reading is going a little bit long because I wanted to check a complete energy here. So that is the reason, guys, bear with me. The Knight of Wands. Yeah, see? He is taking 3 steps, going in the front in order to rectify the whole situation, in order to come back to you. He's being very resilient about this change in his life, and you too, right? So you're waiting for this resilience to show up, the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, which clearly talks about him knowing that whatever he had invested before will not work for him anymore. He will have to start from ground zero. And you know that too. This is your connectivity between the two of you, with the Hierophant showing up, where this commitment has to now happen. And this is what he's clearly processing. He's clearly thinking about the situation with the King of Wands and the Four of Wands. He wants this commitment to move forward in the rightful way, because both you guys, this is your connectivity energy here, right? So whatever that energy had been before in your life, with all this restriction, where he couldn't put up a fight, where he got drowned, you got drowned, in that 10 of wand energy needs to go, because both you guys are taking a decision, because you all are both missing each other terribly, to move into your part of the victory, to close the unfinished business from whatever previously had gone terribly wrong in here. Okay, let's move this out of the way, guys. The last part of the energy check in here will be the Divine Masculine's energy in the collective 3D world. The bottom of that energy is the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Three of Cups, right? The Eight of Swords, yeah. He's missing you terribly, terribly. And this is where he's feeling extremely, because he wants to now take a decision to resolve the whole issue in the 3D as well. In the 3D as well, of whatever that situation had gone wrong in his life between you and him. This is solely his 3D energy, guys. Okay, the first energy, Four of Cups, clearly again, Four of Cups is your connectivity energy between the two of you, where both you guys are missing each other terribly. Four of Cups, the Moon. There is a lot of hiding, lot of secrets in hiding that he hasn't yet told you about to the King of Cups. He hasn't opened his heart as yet. He wants to now open his heart and tell you the exact truth to the Five of Swords, right? Because he is scared. He's scared because he thinks he will be defeated again, right? What if you reject his proposal? What if you reject and don't believe what he has to tell you? To the devil. Nice. That's where his restriction has been. You have the devil, he has the devil. Even in the 3D energy, the devil shows up to the Five of Wands. See? This is the devil. Those people are still there, whoever it is. And those are the guys, and the karmic between him and the karmic are still existing, guys. That's why he is taking a minute in here to make this judgment call that he knows he will have to do in order to rebuild the whole situation between you and him once again. And he's feeling miserable. Let's look at the Moon. That's why he is hiding his feelings behind the shadow. He's not telling you the truth, because these people are still in existence, whoever it is, guys, in his life. Between him and the karmic, there are a couple of people who are still there very much, right? Let's look at the Moon. That is what he's trying to leave behind, the Four of Swords. Yeah, he's trying to heal from this, guys. He's trying to understand what it is that he now needs to tell you. There is a lot of information that he's receiving or will be receiving in the 3D, towards his own part of the story in here, very honestly. What about the Four of Swords here? He's going through a battle, for sure. For sure. He's taking a minute to come out of that energy here. He's taking a minute to get back into solitude. Yeah, he's only thinking about you, the Queen of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. That's what he wants, guys. He wants that friendship back with you. He wants that love with you. Yet there are people with whom he has to fight in order to reach you here. In order to reach you here. And that is what he is waiting, and thinking about. Maybe he's even talking with other friends. He has to figure out a way from this problem in his life. Let's look at the the King of Cups here. He's got a lot of love. See, the Three of Pentacles. This is what he is working towards. He's in the 3D, he's working towards this collaboration, towards the future. In this relationship between the two of you, he wants to openly give now. He wants to make that commitment. He wants to build back that commitment with you. And that is exactly what he is working towards in the 3D here, guys. Because when the Pentacle shows up, it is all about the 3D energy. Right? And that is what he's nourishing, he's looking with the world. He wants to close the unfinished business and restart a new situation in both your lives in here. That is exactly what he is working towards. Okay, but the devil is still in existence in here. In existence. Okay, let's look at the devil energy here. Oops, hold on, guys. Yeah, the Death and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, there is a change that he hadn't been able to make before, where he had failed to give you the offer. That is what is coming to an end with the devil, because the devil had still been in persistence in here, right? So that is where the offer had stopped. He could not, because these people had been stopping him from moving forward, which is where death is showing up in this situation. What about death and the Knight of Cups in the reverse, the Ten of Pentacles? Yeah, he's leaving the old situation, guys. He's leaving the old situation that he had built with the Karmic in here. And that is what he's waiting to move out of in here. He's waiting to move out of that situation, and he's taking that stand, to defend himself, to defend his title, his loss of position, his loss of power, whatever that he had lost in this situation because of this two situation here. The Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. Let's look at the Judgment card in here, guys. Oops, hold on. The Five of Swords. Yeah, see? The Five of Swords, the Five of Swords. This is where he has to take the call because he's scared, that you might reject his offer. King of Wands, yeah. This is where he will have to take that lead. He will have to take that lead to prove his self-worth. Remember, in your part of the story, was it in your part of the story? I guess it was. In the connective energy, he had the King of Wands. Yeah, between you and him, Divine Feminine, you want him to take that lead in order to rectify the whole situation and bring back that reconciliation in this love situation between the two of you. That is what he's waiting to do, because he's a little bit skeptical in the 3D if you are going to take him back. The Page of Pentacles here. Yeah, see the Moon card. Yeah, there has been a lot of... See, this is where he has been hiding his feelings from you. He hasn't told you. He hasn't shared his feelings. He hasn't told you. He hasn't opened his heart as yet because he's scared. He has been scared of this whole situation in his life, right? Where he's coming to the point of looking at the bigger picture to move forward now with the Chariot. He's going to move. Remember the Chariot in his reading towards the Sun? That's where the Chariot is in the 3D as well. With the Eight of Cups, he's leaving behind, abandoning behind the Eight of Cups towards your energy between the two. Where he was thinking about you, but he was getting stuck in that Nine of Swords energy, if you remember. Okay, if you don't, please go back and refer to that reading. And this is what he is working towards, the new love, the Hermit, and the Two of Cups, right? Where he is replanning, reorganizing himself to open his heart towards you as the Queen of Cups, where there is a shift that's going to occur very soon, where as the King of Cups, he will move forward to tell you the whole truth of the story. Okay, so enjoy this reading, guys, and tell me if you have anything that you might want to say. But this is the energy in here. So enjoy the reading. Till then, take care. God bless. Khuda Hafiz. See you soon once again.